Here we are back on this 2021 Porsche Macan, and the temperature coming out of the dash right now is 38 degrees, and it's been continuously 38 degrees. You can see we're going into minute 5 right now. And pressure wise, well, our liquid line side pressure is 61 degrees, 61 psi. I do that a lot. I'm always reversing. And 34 psi on the low side, and it's been straight and steady. There's no it's cool, and as you can see, this unit is not cycling on and off or disengaging I'm not sure if that was a clutch one or not. I know it's a variable displacement compressor, but I didn't check to see if that's a clutch on there or non-clutched. And that is it. Oh, lights. How much wiring and electrical and copper are required on our new cars? This is not even a hybrid. This is the lighting assembly. Look at all the wires that are required just for these lights, this lighting assembly. Look at all the wiring, all the plugs. These have circuit boards on every one. Look at all that wiring. Don't you miss the good old days where you had 2 wires coming from a relay to a headlight, and that was it? And now you have like a $2,800 headlight assembly instead of a $3 bulb. But yeah, things have changed. And this was one they couldn't get the headlight. They got the headlight in the box. They just opened it up, and by the VIN number ordering it for this vehicle, the headlight in the box was wrong from what the box was for this vehicle. So now they have no estimate of time or when they can get the correct headlight. And they had the same thing with the sheet metal right here. They had to repair. It was supposed to be replaced, but there's no estimate in time, and the one they got was wrong. And customer wants their car. But check out this beautiful Nomad. My grandfather had one of these. I had to show this because I used to drive in one of these when I was a little kid, 2 years old, 3 years old. I remember taking trips to the beach, going to Santa Cruz in the mountains, and going down to Monterey, and taking trips down to the fair and all the places. Check, the interior is still original, and I just had to show this because nobody's going to see one of these really on the road anymore. But this was our family car. This is what my grandfather had. My grandfather on my father's side, and I remember this thing, and I remember a peculiar smell. The smell of these interiors still persists to this day, and I had to open up the door and stick my head in and take a smell, and it still smells like my childhood memories of when I was 2 and 3 years old. Whatever chemicals, they must have the best carcinogenic chemicals on earth, because the smell still persists to this day, just like it was brand new. And it was produced back in the 1950s and 60s. Look at that. Can you see the texture on that? Will it focus? Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll focus or not, but this is what I grew up with. Oh, they didn't have seat belts in those days. And when you got in an accident, you hit the dash and you hit the windshield. When they did not have collapsible steering wheels. So if you got in an accident, your chest was crushed in by the solid rod of steel sticking out. And yeah, the good old days. This, take a look at the rear here. This is what it looks like on the rear. But this is definitely a blast from the past. And my grandfather's old vehicles, and then we got a couple more over here too. And the owner here is into T-Birds. He restores, he goes to all the T-Bird shows and everything in August nights and stuff like that. And this is one of my other customers. He, on all his other vehicles, I've done all his work vehicles and his other Teslas. This is, I think, one of 2 or 3 of his Tesla Roadsters. Still has the original air conditioning system in it. And he's restoring it and fixing it up, and he's finally gonna sell it. He has 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them. And rebuild the battery pack and give it longer range and everything like that. But I remember when these first Teslas first came on the market, and I remember driving next to one and seeing this little car, this little Roadster, pull up next to me at the stop sign. I heard nothing. And I had my windows down, and this little Tesla Roadster that almost nobody knew about took off, and there was like no sound, and I had to keep catching up to the car to listen to nothing. And yeah, so an old Tesla Roadster. And it's always nice when you can work on hobby cars. Of course, a little Mazda Miata off of many smashed up parts all put together to become a little racer. This is going to be somebody's little race car. And all right, catch you guys later.